Based on the historical data and forecast, Bitcoin demonstrates a clear uptrend. The price has consistently broken through resistance levels, and the forecast indicates continued upward momentum. The RSI values, while fluctuating, generally remain above 50, suggesting bullish sentiment. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is currently trading near the upper band, indicating a potential for a short-term pullback but also reinforcing the overall upward trend. Given these factors, I recommend a long position strategy focusing on capitalizing on the bullish momentum. Specifically, I suggest entering a long position at $94,600. Considering the recent price action and the forecast, a stop-loss order should be placed at $93,700 to protect against a potential short-term correction. The initial target price should be set at $96,000, aligning with the forecast for May 5, 2025. If the price reaches this target, we can reassess the situation and potentially extend the target to $96,400, based on the forecast for May 7, 2025. This strategy combines technical indicators and price forecasts to maximize potential returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Ethereum demonstrates a clear uptrend, breaking through the resistance level of $1,820. The RSI consistently stays below 80, indicating that the asset is not currently overbought. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is approaching the upper band, suggesting a potential for a short-term pullback. Therefore, I recommend a long position with an entry price of $1,780. To manage risk, set a stop-loss at $1,750, just below the recent low. A reasonable target price would be $1,820, aligning with the previous resistance level, offering a potential profit of $40. To refine the strategy, I will incorporate the RSI and Bollinger Bands indicators. If the RSI dips below 30, indicating an oversold condition, consider adding to the position at $1,780. Conversely, if the price touches the upper Bollinger Band, consider taking partial profits at $1,810. The core strategy remains a long position with a stop-loss at $1,750 and a target price of $1,820. But these adjustments provide opportunities to optimize returns and manage risk dynamically. This portfolio combines trend following, RSI-based adjustments, and Bollinger Band signals for an efficient investment approach. Based on the historical data and forecast, XRP shows a generally upward trend with periods of consolidation. The RSI consistently fluctuates, but generally stays above 50, indicating bullish momentum. The Bollinger Bands have been widening recently, suggesting increased volatility and potential for price movement. Considering these factors, I recommend a strategy combining RSI and Bollinger Bands for optimal returns. My strategy involves a long position with an entry price of $2.18. The stop-loss will be set at $2.08, just below the support level, to limit potential losses. The initial target price is $2.3, aligning with the upper Bollinger Band and a reasonable profit margin. If the price reaches $2.3, we will move the stop-loss to the entry price of $2.18 to secure profits and further capitalize on potential upward momentum. This combined approach leverages both RSI and Bollinger Bands to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, BNB shows a slight upward trend, consistently hovering around the $599 support level and reaching a resistance of $618. The RSI fluctuates between 49.6 and 60.8, indicating periods of neither strong overbought nor oversold conditions. The Bollinger Bands have been widening recently, suggesting increasing volatility and potential price swings. Considering these factors, I recommend a moderately bullish strategy. We will initiate a long position at $601. A stop-loss should be set at $598 to limit potential losses if the price declines. The initial target price is $606, based on the recent resistance levels and the forecast data. To refine this strategy, we will incorporate RSI signals. If the RSI dips below 20, indicating an oversold condition, we will enter a long position at the lowest price within that period. Conversely, if the RSI rises above 80, signaling an overbought condition, we will consider exiting the position. The portfolio will prioritize the Bollinger Band strategy, as it effectively captures the increasing volatility. If the price touches the lower band, we will enter a long position at $576, setting a stop loss at $573 and a target price at $601. This combined approach, leveraging RSI and Bollinger Bands alongside the overall trend, aims to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Solana shows an upward trend with a strong support level at $134. The RSI consistently remains above 50, indicating a bullish momentum, although it occasionally approaches the oversold level of 20. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, suggesting increasing volatility and potential for price movement. Considering these factors, I recommend a long position strategy. The entry price should be $147, coinciding with a recent pullback and a relatively stable RSI. Set a stop loss at $140, just below the support level and the lower Bollinger Band, to mitigate potential losses if the trend reverses. A reasonable target price would be $154, aligning with the forecast for May 7, 2025, and providing a potential profit of $7 per Solana. To optimize the portfolio, I suggest incorporating a dynamic adjustment based on the RSI and Bollinger Bands. If the RSI rises above 70, consider taking partial profits and tightening the stop loss to $145. Conversely, if the RSI falls below 30, and the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, consider adding to the position at $145. This adaptive strategy will help capitalize on both upward and downward price fluctuations while managing risk effectively. The final target price should be $154, and the overall strategy aims to achieve a high return by leveraging the identified trend and incorporating risk management techniques. Based on the historical data and forecast, Dogecoin shows a slight upward trend. The RSI consistently hovers around the mid-range, indicating neither strong overbought nor oversold conditions. However, the Bollinger Bands suggest potential volatility. The price has been bouncing between the support price of $0.162 and the resistance price of $0.174. Considering this, I recommend a long position strategy. We will enter a long position when the RSI falls below 30, and the price touches the support price of $0.162. The entry price will be $0.162. To mitigate risk, the stop loss will be set just below the support level at $0.159. The target price will be set at the resistance level of $0.174, aiming to capture a significant price swing. To refine this strategy, we will incorporate the Bollinger Bands. If the price touches the lower band of $0.144, we will enter a long position at $0.144. The stop loss will be set at $0.141, and the target price will be $0.174. This strategy leverages the lower band as a strong indication of potential undervaluation. Combining these two strategies, the most efficient portfolio will be to enter a long position at $0.162 with a stop loss at $0.159 and a target price of $0.174, and enter a long position at $0.144 with a stop loss at $0.141 and a target price of $0.174. This approach balances risk and reward, capitalizing on both support and volatility signals. Based on the historical data and forecast, Cardano shows a slight upward trend. The RSI is currently at 52.5, indicating that it is not yet in the oversold territory, but also not in the overbought territory. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is currently near the middle band, suggesting a period of consolidation. Given the support price of $0.637 and the resistance price of $0.701, a cautious but bullish strategy is recommended. We will implement a strategy based on RSI and Bollinger Bands. The entry price will be $0.683. The stop loss will be set just below the support price at $0.63 to protect against a potential downward reversal. The initial target price will be the resistance level at $0.701. To refine the strategy, we will use the RSI as a trigger. If the RSI drops below 20, indicating an oversold condition, we will consider entering a long position at $0.681 with a stop loss at $0.67 and a target price of $0.701. Conversely, if the RSI exceeds 80, indicating an overbought condition, we will consider exiting the position. The Bollinger Bands will be used to confirm the trend. If the price breaks above the upper band, it suggests a strong upward momentum, and we may increase the target price to $0.72. If the price falls below the lower band, it suggests a strong downward momentum, and we will exit the position at $0.67. This combined strategy aims to maximize returns while minimizing risk. Based on the historical data and forecast, TRON exhibits a slightly upward trend with price fluctuations. The RSI values fluctuate between 50 and 60, indicating neither strong overbought nor oversold conditions. The Bollinger Bands show that the price has been oscillating within the bands, suggesting moderate volatility. The forecast predicts a stable price around $0.247 for the next week. Considering these factors, I propose a moderately bullish strategy. We will enter a long position when the RSI falls below 30, indicating an oversold condition. The entry price will be $0.242. The stop loss will be set just below the support level at $0.239, specifically at $0.238, to protect against a potential downward reversal. The initial target price will be at the resistance level of $0.248. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate the Bollinger Bands. If the price touches the lower band, $0.239, it strengthens the oversold signal, confirming the long entry. If the price approaches the upper band, $0.254, we will consider taking partial profits at $0.25. If the price continues to rise and breaks above the resistance level, we will adjust the target price to $0.252. This combined RSI and Bollinger Bands approach aims to maximize potential gains while managing risk effectively. The portfolio will allocate 60% of the capital to this long position, with the remaining 40% held in cash to capitalize on potential pullbacks or alternative opportunities. Based on the historical data and forecast, SUI demonstrates a strong uptrend, particularly evident from May 1st onwards with consistently rising forecast prices. The RSI consistently above 50, peaking at 77.1, indicates bullish momentum, although nearing overbought territory. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, suggesting increased volatility and potential for further price movement. Considering these factors, I recommend a long position strategy. We will enter a long position at $3.5, capitalizing on the forecast price and the established uptrend. A stop-loss order will be placed at $3.3, just below the recent support level, to mitigate potential losses if the trend reverses. The initial target price will be $3.73, aligning with the forecast price for May 7th. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate RSI and Bollinger Band signals. If the RSI dips below 30, indicating an oversold condition, we'll consider adding to our position at $3.4. Conversely, if the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, it's another entry opportunity at $3.4. For the second target, we'll aim for $3.8, taking into account the expanding Bollinger Bands and a continued bullish forecast. This layered approach, combining trend analysis, RSI, and Bollinger Bands, aims to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Chainlink exhibits an overall upward trend with price fluctuations within the support and resistance levels of $12.9 and $15. The RSI indicates periods of both oversold and overbought conditions, while the Bollinger Bands provide insights into volatility. Considering these factors, I propose a combined strategy leveraging RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels. Initially, we will enter a long position at $14.3 when the price retraces slightly after reaching the $15 resistance. The stop loss will be set at $13.6, just below the lower Bollinger Band, to mitigate potential losses if the price declines further. Our primary target price is $14.7, aligning with the forecast for May 7, 2025. To refine the strategy, we'll incorporate RSI signals. If the RSI falls below 20, indicating an oversold condition, we will consider entering a long position. Conversely, if the RSI exceeds 80, suggesting an overbought scenario, we will consider exiting our position or tightening our stop loss. For the initial entry at $14.3, the secondary target price will be $14.7, and if the price reaches $14.7, we will move our stop loss to the entry price of $14.3 to secure profits. This combined approach balances risk and reward, capitalizing on both trend following and momentum-based signals for potentially high returns. Based on the historical data and forecast, Ethereum name service demonstrates a clear upward trend, consistently hitting new highs. The RSI consistently above 50 indicates strong bullish momentum, though nearing overbought territory. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, suggesting increased volatility and potential for further price movement. Considering the support level at $18.1 and the forecast predicting prices above $18.3, a long position is warranted. I recommend entering a long position at $18.3. Place a stop-loss order at $17.8 to protect against a potential pullback. The initial target price should be $19.9, aligning with the forecast high for the week. To refine the strategy, I suggest incorporating the Bollinger Bands for dynamic adjustments. If the price touches the upper band, consider taking partial profits and moving the stop-loss to break even. If the RSI reaches 80, consider reducing the position size to mitigate overbought risk. The revised target price after the initial target is reached should be $20.2, the resistance level. This combined strategy leverages both momentum and volatility indicators for a high-return investment approach. Based on the historical data and forecast, Zcash exhibits a strong upward trend. The price has consistently tested the support level of $35.6 and bounced back, while the resistance level is $39.4. The RSI indicator shows that the asset has been fluctuating between oversold and overbought levels, with recent readings indicating a bullish momentum. The Bollinger Bands also suggest a potential for upward movement, as the price has been approaching the upper band. Therefore, I recommend a long position strategy. We will enter a long position at $35.2 with a stop-loss set at $34.6 to mitigate potential losses. The initial target price is $36.7, aligning with the forecast price and the upper Bollinger Band. To maximize returns, we will implement a dynamic target price strategy. Once the price reaches $36.7, we will move the stop-loss to the entry price of $35.2, securing profits and limiting risk. If the price continues to rise, we will set the next target price at $37.5, based on the forecast data. If the price fails to reach $36.7 and shows signs of reversal, we will exit the position at the initial stop loss of $34.6. This strategy combines technical indicators, price action, and forecast data to achieve high returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Arweave shows a clear uptrend with consistent price increases over the past 2 weeks. The price has been fluctuating between a support level of $6.6 and a resistance level of $7.23. The RSI values indicate that the asset is generally within a neutral range, occasionally approaching overbought territory, but never consistently above 80. The Bollinger Bands have been widening, suggesting increasing volatility, and the price has recently been trending towards the upper band, indicating bullish momentum. Considering this, I recommend a long position strategy. My strategy is to enter a long position at $6.73, coinciding with the first forecast price and current support. A stop-loss order should be placed at $6.6, just below the support level, to limit potential losses. The initial target price will be $7.02, aligning with the forecast price for May 7, 2025. If the price surpasses $7.02, we will adjust the target price to $7.23, the resistance level. The RSI and Bollinger Bands suggest a continued upward trend, making this a high-potential investment opportunity. The strategy is to buy at $6.73, stop loss at $6.6, and target price at $7.02. based on the historical data and forecast, just demonstrates a clear upward trend. The price has consistently been climbing, supported by the forecast predicting further increases from 0.0379 to 0.0429. The RSI values have mostly been above 50, indicating bullish momentum, and recently surged above 80, suggesting overbought conditions but also strong buying pressure. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, confirming the increasing volatility and price movement. Given the strong uptrend and forecast, I recommend a long position strategy. I suggest entering a long position at $0.0379. The initial stop loss should be placed just below the support level at $0.0333, setting it at $0.0325 to avoid being prematurely stopped out by minor fluctuations. The first target price should be $0.0411, aligning with the forecast price for May 2, 2025. If the price reaches $0.0411, consider moving the stop loss to break even at $0.0379 to protect profits. The second target price should be $0.0429, the highest forecast price for May 7, 2025. This strategy combines the bullish trend, RSI signals, and Bollinger Bands expansion to maximize potential returns while managing risk. Based on the historical data and forecast, Worldcoin exhibits a clear upward trend. The price has consistently moved above the support price of $0.921, and the RSI has generally been trending upward, indicating increasing momentum. The forecast for the next week predicts continued price increases, further reinforcing the bullish outlook. Considering the RSI, when it dips below 30, it signals an oversold condition, suggesting a potential buying opportunity. Conversely, an RSI above 70 indicates overbought conditions, hinting at a possible pullback. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is currently trading near the upper band, indicating that a pullback is possible. My recommended strategy is a combination of trend following and momentum-based trading. I suggest entering a long position at $1.05. The stop loss should be set just below the support level at $0.921, specifically at $0.91 to provide a buffer against short-term volatility. The initial target price should be aligned with the recent resistance level at $1.22. However, given the upward trend and forecast, I would implement a trailing stop-loss strategy. As the price moves above $1.22, adjust the stop-loss to $1.13. If the price continues to rise, increase the stop-loss further, aiming for a final target price of $1.3. This approach allows us to capitalize on the ongoing uptrend while mitigating potential losses. Based on the historical data and forecast, FLOKI demonstrates a clear upward trend. The price has consistently been rising, supported by increasing RSI values and the Bollinger Bands narrowing, indicating increasing volatility and potential for a breakout. The forecast for the next week predicts continued upward momentum, with prices reaching $0.0000983. Given the current RSI of 72.0, which is approaching overbought territory, we will implement a strategy that capitalizes on short-term pullbacks while maintaining an overall bullish stance. The strategy will involve entering long positions when the price touches the support level of $0.0000873. A stop loss will be placed slightly below the support at $0.0000868 to protect against unexpected downturns. The initial target price will be set at $0.0000911, aligning with the upper Bollinger Band and a reasonable profit margin. To optimize returns, we will also incorporate a trailing stop-loss mechanism. Once the price reaches $0.0000911, the stop-loss will be adjusted to protect a portion of the profits. This will allow us to capture further gains if the upward trend continues. Additionally, if the RSI reaches an overbought level of 80, we will consider taking partial profits to secure gains and reduce risk. The final target price, contingent on sustained upward momentum and favorable market conditions, will be $0.0000983, aligning with the forecast price for the week. This combined approach of entering at support, utilizing a trailing stop-loss, and managing overbought conditions will maximize potential returns while minimizing risk in this bullish market environment. Based on the historical data and forecast, Jupiter demonstrates an upward trend, consistently testing and breaching the resistance level of $0.491. The RSI consistently fluctuates, but generally stays above 40, indicating a bullish momentum. The Bollinger Bands have been widening, suggesting increased volatility and potential for price movement. Considering this, I propose a strategy focused on capitalizing on upward momentum while mitigating risk. We will implement a tiered approach, combining RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels. First, we will initiate a long position at $0.45, coinciding with the forecast price on May 1, 2025. Our stop loss will be set at $0.43, just below the lower Bollinger Band, to protect against potential downside corrections. The initial target price will be $0.48, aligning with the previous resistance level. If the price reaches $0.48, we will move our stop loss to $0.464 to secure profits and allow for further upside potential. A second target price will be $0.491, the current resistance level. This strategy balances the bullish indicators with a conservative risk management approach, aiming for high returns while protecting capital. Based on the historical data and forecast, Dogwifhat shows a clear upward trend. The price has consistently broken through resistance levels, and the forecast for the next week indicates continued upward momentum. The RSI consistently stayed above 50, suggesting a bullish trend. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, indicating increasing volatility and potential for further price movement. Given this information, I recommend a long position strategy. Specifically, I suggest entering a long position at $0.571. The stop loss should be placed slightly below the support level at $0.56 to protect against unexpected downturns. A target price of $0.61 is set, aiming to capitalize on the anticipated upward trend. To refine the strategy, we will incorporate RSI and Bollinger Band signals. If the RSI falls below 30, indicating an oversold condition, we can consider adding to our position at $0.571. Conversely, if the RSI exceeds 70, indicating an overbought condition, we should consider taking partial profits. If the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, it signals a potential buying opportunity, reinforcing the long position. If the price touches the upper Bollinger Band, it suggests a potential profit-taking opportunity. This combined strategy, leveraging both RSI and Bollinger Bands, aims to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Artificial Superintelligence Alliance demonstrates a clear uptrend, consistently breaking through resistance levels. The RSI values have mostly been above 50, indicating bullish momentum, and have approached overbought territory, above 80, multiple times. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, suggesting increased volatility and potential for further price movement. The forecast for the next week predicts continued upward momentum, with prices hovering around $0.735 to $0.76. Given this analysis, I recommend a long position strategy. We will enter a long position at $0.735. The stop loss will be set at $0.711, just below the recent support level, to limit potential losses. The initial target price will be $0.78, aligning with the previous resistance level. To refine this strategy, we will incorporate RSI and Bollinger Band signals. If the RSI dips below 30, oversold, we will consider adding to our position at $0.716. If the price touches the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, we will consider adding to our position at $0.703. Conversely, if the RSI reaches 80, overbought, we will consider taking partial profits at $0.741. If the price reaches the top of the Bollinger Bands, we will consider taking partial profits at $0.751. The final target price will be $0.76, based on the forecast data. This layered approach allows us to capitalize on both momentum and volatility, optimizing returns while managing risk. Based on the historical data and forecast, Curve DAO shows a clear upward trend. The price has consistently bounced off the support level of $0.556 and is approaching the resistance level of $0.788. The RSI, while fluctuating, generally stays within a healthy range, indicating neither extreme overbought nor oversold conditions. The forecast for the next week predicts continued upward momentum, with prices potentially reaching $0.742. Therefore, I recommend a long position strategy. We will enter a long position at $0.648. The stop loss will be set at $0.556, just below the established support level, to protect against a potential downside reversal. The initial target price will be $0.723, aligning with the recent resistance levels and the forecast. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate the Bollinger Bands. If the price touches the lower band, which is currently around $0.554, it suggests a potential oversold condition and a good entry point. Conversely, if the price touches the upper band, around $0.713, it indicates an overbought situation, suggesting a potential exit point. Therefore, if the price falls to $0.554, enter a long position with a stop loss at $0.556 and a target price of $0.721. If the price reaches $0.713, take profit and consider a short position. The most efficient portfolio will be a combination of these three strategies, with a primary focus on the long position at $0.648 and adjusting based on Bollinger Band signals for opportunistic entries and exits.